Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man. Proudly presents, you know what it is and you know what day it is, man. It's the Corner. Another episode of the Corner. And we actually got another release. What was that? Last night, we had a few people that actually called it. Shout out to Yomo. I got to give you credit. I know he's out there. He said, I called it. Well, you shown up, dear. You did call it. And we talked about it. We've been talking about this mainly for a while now, but we actually got that release. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to definitely jump into it, man. But before we do, welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man. Probably presents, you know what it is, an episode of the Corner. So glad to have y'all actually here. We got 17 people in here. On your way in, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are on our way to 4,000 subscribers, and with your help, I can actually get there. Spread the word if you haven't already. Also, become a member of the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group. You get to head on over there, take your photos. You can actually post them up, flex your museum, your artwork, all that. We love that. So definitely head on over there and do so. Again, so glad to have you here this beautiful afternoon. After I get done with this, I'm going to go for a run. I'm so glad that the weather is breaking slightly. I can't wait till summer is in full-fledged so we can get down to business. But again, thank you guys for actually being here. I'm so glad to have you here with me as we talk about this beautiful, beautiful release. Now, I will say that it's actually subjective. All things subjective with all these releases because it's not going to be for everybody. Not everybody's going to like it. But for those who do, hey, you have a piece of work out here that you can appreciate. So we just have to actually see how that works. Again, it's not going to be for everybody, and it's not going to be perfect. I'm not looking for over the top perfection. We do know that these things do change. The prototype is always what we want to see, but then, once it comes down to production, it changes everything. So you have to realize that. I realize that, so I have zero expectations. I just go into it hoping that we will get something decent, and I just try not to complain. And I'm just, look, you know what? At least we're getting something, and it looks good. It may not be 100% Angelina Jolie, but I can still see her there. It is Thena, and it is from the Eternals. You already know. But before we jump into that, let me address the chat and see who we got in here. We got AJ Agrusa in the building. Thank you for being here. 1-6 Salvo is in the building. Agent Butt Naked Silver Fox. Always, he's probably, I guarantee you that Ian is walking around his house right now, butt ass naked, because he just likes being naked. Now, he couldn't do that when he was in London because it was cold. But I guarantee you once him and Lucy got back to the room, he's walking around butt ass naked because that's what Ian does. Him and Brendan. If you don't know Brendan, the original butt naked that's always on Comic Book Talk with Friends, him too. It must be either, it got to be a Scottish or Irish thing for just people just to walk around butt ass naked. They just do. They just so proud. They just walk around butt ass. Anyway, thank you guys for basically being here. We got Force Unleashed in the building, Spice Runner, Ren's Talentino, the great Ren's Talentino, Commander Green, Collector Joey, Bingo, was it Bingo, Bango, Bongo is in the building. Thank you for being here as always. Lewis Lebitz, Force Unleashed, Ray Binks. We have Mike Fiella in the building. Yomo, he said you. He called it. He definitely called it. Agent Silver Fox, photos pending. We got Big Rip in the building. What up, Lael? Drama time. You already know what it is, man. It's definitely drama time. Ew. So glad to actually have y'all in here. Forgot we got an announcement. Definitely we do. And we're going to jump into that right away because, like I said, it is something to basically talk about. Again, like I said, it's not going to be for everybody. But I like it. I dig it. I wish we'd have got more figures from the Eternals. I happen to enjoy the film. A lot of people didn't. But again, I try to find ways to kind of find things from it and, take what I will. But again, we have in the building, Thena. As you can see, it's incredible because Thena was one of the pictures. Basically, when they made the original announcement, I am an Angelina Jolie fan. I think she is one of the most beautiful women on the planet. Now, mind you, this is Thena, right? This was originally the prototype. This is what I actually had up months ago, almost a year ago when she was announced. But this is basically what we got. Now, the deviation, again, we can see what the actual hair, there was a slight deviation. This is more blonde. The head sculpt is more, oops, sorry, wrong thing. This is basically more this head sculpt here. And you can see it around the lips. When we look at this particular version right here, we see around her lips, they're more fuller. That's the Angelina that we're used to. And this is perfection. This one, it's still good. I'm not going to knock it. I'm definitely not going to knock it. It's still a good piece. If you're going to get it, if you're going to be one of the ones that actually have this in your collection. What up, brother cousins? My man Jay is in the building, aka Ice Cream Tony. That's his new nickname. Everybody, shout out to Jay. His new nickname is Ice Cream Tony. So everybody out there, hashtag Ice Cream Tony. Definitely. We got Calvin in the building. Well, damn. Good morning, everyone. What's going on with you, brother? So glad to have you in here with us. You and Ice Cream Tony are in the building with us. We got Spice running the building with us as well. Blitz 0065. Pass. Enough said. Hey, it's going to be a pass for some, but I'm definitely going to get it, man. Ice Cream Tony. That's what I'm talking about. AJ, Rich Talentino. As always, if I got this, hells yeah, I ordered this. Yes. Yeah, definitely, bro. I did. I have this on pre-order. I wanted it. It's Angelina. I'm not gonna pass it up. You know what I mean? But definitely, I like the aesthetics. I love the suit, and it looks like they kind of refined the boots a bit more too, because I thought the boots were a little bit too high the last time, but they did kind of do those. I love the material of the actual suit, the gold hilt, the weaponry that she actually has, and I want to see some in the hand photos. So that's what I'm actually be looking for. I'm gonna see if my guy MRC did it, because I always look for his reviews. MRC, I know Justin will probably get this in hand, but I know MRC, he always gets it first. So as I'm always checking for him, Sideshow would do their thing, but MRC's, his quality is bar none one of my favorites. So glad I can't wait to see his. But yeah, man, this looks good. The tailoring on that suit, the gold hilt, everything looks good. So far, so good to me. Again, look, is it 100% Angelina? Did they nail the head sculpt? Not really. They didn't really nail it, but I can still see her. The nose is not, it's not as, slim as it is, a bit more narrower. The lips aren't as full as I would want it to be, but the interpretation's there. Like in this, I can slightly see Angelina. The hair is gold. Now, it's not as blonde. It's a bit more gold. But I don't mind that. It is what it is. Nice tiara that actually has right there. The hair, we know that with the sculpted hair, they now have the quality where it kind of moves around. The texture allows you to bend it more. It's not as stiff. So you can get some head rotation, not much neck rotation, but head rotation. This right here, I do actually see Angelina right here. I do think that's nice that it does look good. Again, I am going to get this, but I'm not getting Gilgamesh. I just didn't really feel as though I needed that figure. Since his lifespan, unless he shows up in another film, he might show up in Eternals 2. Who knows? We'll see. But definitely this looks good. The weaponry that she comes with is phenomenal. Let's see here. Yeah, her staff. I think they did a pretty good job. Is it a 10 out of 10? Did they nail it? No. I would say that I would give it a fair 7.5 out of 10. But I'm still getting it. And I think a 7.5 is fair. I just couldn't give it a 10 out of 10 or a 9.5 because they did slightly deviate. And there are some things about the sculpt I would want them to do better. But besides that, I think they did a good job. See here, I definitely see Angelina. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that with this figure, you have to get it in hand to really, really, really tell. Because pictures sometimes, as good as they are, sometimes depending on the frame or depending on, how they've edited the actual photo, it kind of plays into it a lot. It really does play into it a lot. So I don't know. The figures makes me worried for Peacemaker. Please be good. I think I think, here's the thing, bro. Like, Tragedy Tales. I don't think that this is bad. I don't think this is a bad figure. I really, really don't. It could be better, but I don't think it's definitely bad at all. I don't, not at all. I'm just bummed they didn't make an Icarus. Like, yeah. They didn't make an Icarus, a Cersei. I would love for them to make a Makari. Definitely, I would have loved to actually have a Makari in the collection because I think that would have been super, super dope. Yeah, she's still alive. She definitely is still alive because remember at the end of the movie, post-credit scene, it was her and Makari. And what happened was because they were still on the ship, her, Makari, and I think Druid. I want to think about. And then they actually ended up running into I think it's Firefox, or I think that's him. Star Fox. They ended up running to Star Fox at the very end. So yeah, she's still definitely alive. Let me see who else. Let's see here. Blitz looks fine to me as a figure. Not enough to pull me out of my Star Wars lane. Happy for anyone who's getting this. Yeah, bro. Look, Blitz. I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm also a Marvel and DC fan. So I kind of spread the love gradually. But I'm very selective about what I get. But I think this is pretty decent, man. Definitely. This figure makes. Don't be worried. Don't be worried. Do not be worried. Doesn't look bad, but it's definitely softened quite a bit. Yes, it did. It definitely softened, but this is Angelina. I'm not allowed to buy any Angelina. I wonder why. Ian, you're gonna have to explain that to me, bro. Why are you not allowed to basically buy an Angel? Or do I want to know? I don't know if I want to know. Yeah, Tragedy Tales. I don't think it's bad. The likeness just isn't there for me. Yeah, I mean they definitely did deviate. They did deviate. They deviate slightly from it. Again, a bit. Agent Silver Fox, there is no reason why anyone can't pick up Angelina. Are you getting it, Lael? Yes, Yelmo, I'm getting this. I already have it ordered. So definitely I will be getting this. I ordered it through my man Ray at Underground Figures. So definitely I will actually have this in my collection. So you already know I am there with this piece. It was just a no-brainer for me. I had to be there with this. So yeah, all day, every day. And if you're wondering, it's a good little segue. If you're wondering where I get my figures from, yes, I get my figures from my man Ray at Underground Figures. Here you can basically see he's a nice little array of, his display looks really, really good. Here you can actually get, your entire, selection of figures. Anything that you're looking for, some grill pieces. If he don't got it, he can get his hands on it. You just hit up Ray. You can send him out an email or, however, he has a nice little payment plan. Actually, an option. You could do a payment plan or you don't even have to put down an NRD. He'll fix you up. You just tell him that Lael sent you over there. Again, now with him, unlike, probably other folks, I don't have a deal with him. I don't have a, he's not endorsing the page. He's not paying me for anything. I just think he's a great guy. And that's where I go to get my figures. I have my best man Luke coming from him. I have my my TVA Loki coming from him. My Moon Knight will be coming from him. Thena will be coming from him. Pretty much everything that I have that I normally get, I get it through Ray because, again, I just stopped shopping overseas. If I want to grab some things, I just go here. Underground Figures, my boy Ray hooks you up. Also, there's Hawk Wars toys as well. If y'all already don't know, come on, man. Y'all must be living under a tree because my man Hawk Wars is always doing his thing. So go hit up Ray over there at Hawk Wars, toys, and he got you. But yeah, that's definitely where I am with that. But back here to this right here. I think the piece is really, really dope. I think it would look good in your collection. If you want it, if it's something that you want to actually have in your collection, I think it's definitely worth it. I got it. The only thing again, Yomo, I didn't pull the trigger on the Gilgamesh. It just, for me, I didn't want to have it in my collection. It wasn't that I don't like the figure. I'm going off of the aesthetics, and I think this is like a standout piece with the gold trim. I think she looks really, really good. And so that's why I just chose to go this route, and I kind of stirred away from everything else. But again, This is a piece that I think that everybody has to see in hands, because what we find is that most photos, and and shout out to everybody, shout out to the blogger photos, and everything. But sometimes the photos, no matter how good they basically look and how well you try to edit it, it looks better in hand. You can tell more so in hand. That's when you can make the determination. These photos are edited to look good. It's a sell. It's basically the sell. But I don't, again, I rather have the figures in hand to really tell and, pass my own judgment. But I think it looks good, man. It definitely looks good. I think, though, it is suffering almost a similar fate that the Wonder Woman 84 did. And that was just basically a lack of definition in the neck. Sometimes it could look a little Barbie-ish, but I think that from a certain, angle, it'd be better. I love the way this looks right here. This is dope. You can see Angelina definitely right there. The hair looks full. You can see her there. Here's the thing. I can see, and I see in Angelina Jolie here from a certain point of view, or a certain angle. It's not 100%. And again, I'm not here to nitpick. I'm just saying that right off the rip, I think it's a decent looking piece, man. It's definitely something, yeah, definitely something that, is, worth it. And it's a good piece to have in your collection. So, I don't know who's going to get it. Let me know. Everybody out there, if you're going to get your hands on this piece, I think it is. Here's the thing. Like, if you're probably asking, okay, look, there's no one else from this line. They didn't give us any other figure other than just Gilgamesh. They didn't give us Icarus. They didn't give us Makari. They didn't give us Cersei. They didn't give us Sprite. You know what I mean? We don't have Druid. I forget Fastos. They didn't give us Fastos. They didn't give us any of the other figures that we could have gotten. I wish they would have. So who would you pair this figure up with? Well, there's different things that you can actually do. At one point, Cersei was an Avenger. I mean, not Cersei, but Thena was an Avenger. She did work closely with the Avengers. Also, you got to kind of just look at it from this standpoint. She is an Eternal, which makes her sort of like a half god type of situation. So for me, I have this thing in my head and what I'm planning on basically doing. When I get Moon Knight, when I get Blade, when I get there's a couple more figures that I'm actually getting, create a team. I want to create somewhat of an actual team. And I think that she can have a placement. You can place her with your Avengers. There's so many different things you can do with this. But again, it just depends on, if you read comics, then that, you can kind of spread this around a bit more. But yeah, I'm going to find a way to display this and make it look good. But I think, I think she definitely does. Especially a lot of these characters are based off of mythology, a lot of Greek mythology as well. But yeah, man, I think it looks good. I think it looks good. I think it's something that I'll enjoy once I get it, and I'll be able to pose her up, figure some things out. But again, it's all up to you guys. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else. Cersei was definitely Avenger at one point. Also, if anybody has actually read Acts, which is the Avengers versus the X-Men versus the Eternals, they all played an incredible role in that. So yeah, it's just going to be interesting. But I think, again, I go into this and I say this with the utmost, sincerity. I don't, when it comes to Hot Toys, it's like we have to understand that sometimes they would slightly deviate. And again, it's always saying that when we do get those head sculpts, we got to know that there are some changes that will be made. And we have to go to, it's like some of the dopest head sculpts that we actually have seen, some of them do come with their own level of flaws. They might not be 100% accurate. But if it's close to the interpretation, if it's not horribly bad, then I'm all in. And I'm good with that. You know what I mean? And I think that this is good enough to have in my collection. representation from the film that I enjoyed. Not a lot of people did. I did. So I was like, why not? Why not just basically go ahead and get this piece and have it in my collection? And you know, but I can't speak for everyone, and I won't. Gilgamesh was my favorite character. Big fan of Don Lee, so I would pair those figures together. Don't make Windman. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not sell me on that figure. Don't do it. I just want for right now, I just want Thena. I'm not getting Gilgamesh. I just want Thena. But you are right. It was a good pairing, and a word definitely. And Don Lee is dope in any film that he's basically in. Again, I had to choose between one or two, so I chose her. Looks good, and I'm interested. But being a new collector, there are so many things coming out that I need before this, bro. I feel you. I definitely feel you. What's up, Leo? So who called this yesterday? Yomo. My guy Yomo. He called this last night. He was like, yo, I bet you Thena's coming. She's coming. And we talked about it. But we all knew that she was coming. We just didn't know when. But we had been saying for a minute that she was going to come. Didn't get to pre-order it, but I'll probably hunt it down locally. Wish me luck. Bro, again, if you are looking to get this piece, you can also go through Ray at Underground. I'm telling you, Ray hook you up. He'll have them. Yes, Linda, as always, right again. Cersei was an Avenger to a certain point. Yes, she was. Definitely she was. All in the game. 1/6 scale, man. Do you prefer Makari's running in Eternals to Barry's? I definitely prefer Makari. Makari looked a bit more realistic. I thought the flow was good and the interpretation was definitely better. I still don't, no matter what the explanation is for Barry in the Flash film and Ezra Miller's take on that, I just didn't understand it. It didn't make any sense to me. I thought it was a goofy style, and I'm just being completely honest. Mike said, I'm getting it. Yes, definitely. I think that Gilgamesh is going to come out really good for the Asian collectors. Yeah, I think he's going to be dope. He's definitely going to be a dope figure. Like, don't get it twisted. That figure's dope. Like that, he's definitely dope. Real rap. Thule in the building. What up, brother? Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you, my guy. Definitely. Toys on Fire Facebook gave the heads up yesterday on this release. I just shared the rumor. There you go, bro. It's nice. It's a good lookout, though. A good call out. Definitely a good call out. Let's see here. Who do we have in? Who else do we have here? Lael, can't wait for you to do a take your position video on Moon Knight, bro. You and me both. I cannot wait to get that thing in hand, bro, because it looks phenomenal. Might be in the running for figure of the year, and it might, if not figure of the year, top 3. Because right now my figure of the year is still Cap. It's still that. I'm sorry, but that Sam Wilson Cap is brilliant. So that's still the figure of the year in my take right now, but I think that Moon Knight might be a close second so far. So it might be a top 3, but that Cap is still in the first position for me. Let's see here. I think the armor looks a little chunky in the photos, but I'm sure in hand it'll look great. Yeah, I think it will. I definitely think it will. I think in hand it's going to change a lot. It's definitely going to change a lot. And that's what it's all about, man. Once you get it in hand, everything changes. We're just seeing the interpretation through photos, but once you get it in hand, I think all that changes. And I know Ice Cream Tony, my man, brother Cousins, aka Ice Cream Tony, is going to do a booty watch, because that's what he does, the booty watch. But nah, this piece looks good, man. I think it looks good. And I'm glad that and it looks like the material is going to bend well. I'm hoping it's not totally rubberized, but it's more like material fabric to give her more articulation. And it definitely, I am so happy that we are getting ankle pivot. You can see down there that there is ankle pivot. So it's not just a sculpted boot. We will get ankle pivot in this suit. I am over the moon about that. I am definitely excited about that. So thank you, God. I am excited about that. Definitely. It looks good. It definitely looks good. Array of sex accessories that you get with this, her weaponry, of course. Yeah, looks good. That photo right there looks really, really, really good with the illumination behind the back of her. And again, her staff is on point. Nice. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Again, and I say this because I only talk about, and I talk about, we'll do, take your positions, or, I mean, not take your positions, but the corner on, pretty much every release. But I'm very, very, very critical about certain things. And there are, critiques that I have about this here and there, but there are things that I love and figures that I'm going to definitely get. And this was one of them. I had been talking about it since it was released. I was like, yeah, I got to have it. And yeah, this looks good, man. I am not going to front. It looks very good. Very good. Not 100%. Again, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. I'm sticking with that. 7.5. We got Ice Cream Tony. You know damn well I'm going to do a booty watch. Ice Cream Tony is spoken. You already know that, man. I feel like in the refining, they lost the resemblance of Angelina Jolie. Still looks good as a figure, but the likeness to Jolie, I do not see it. Yeah, I see that. I see the likeness is there, bro, but it's not 100%. So I agree. They did kind of like soften the likeness a tad bit, bro. I wish they would have done something and kept with it. Pop Culture Living Room, my man, my mellow, my guy, Costa. Hey, Costa, bro, listen. I need you to basically price all the material minus the actual garage shelf, because I got the garage shelf. I got that the other day. But I need you to give me a total bill for all the materials that I'm going to need so I can send you the money so you can grab that for me, bro. I got you. So email me when you get this message, man. Email or inbox me, my brother. Definitely. Y'all know who it is. The Costa Cases, anointed Costa Cases. This guy has saved many lives. He has saved so much space, and his expertise is just phenomenal. He is the Jedi Knight of collectible cases, my guy, all day. Yes, my man Costa, thank you so much for that, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All in the game, Brave New World better not shift the bed for Sam Anthony Mackie's sake. Yep. Hey, I don't think they're going to shift the bed on that, bro. I think they're going to kill it. They're going to murder it. Not just a sculpted boot. We will get ankle pivot in the suit. A bar right there. Definitely, bro. Jeffrey, I'm right there with you, bro. I'm so glad. I am so glad that they are actually giving us pivot. And I like that. That's a win. That's a beautiful shot right here. I love it. Definitely love that shot. Definitely love that shot. Killed it. They killed it. I'm all in, man. I'm definitely all in on this piece. Is it 100%? No, I'm not going to basically sell it short to say that it's a 10 out of 10. It's 7.5 for me, but you know what? That is enough. It's Angelina Jolie, so I'm all in on this piece. You will see a take your position once this figure gets in my hand. I'll give you more detail on that. Take a couple photos. It's going to be hot. It's going to be popping. So does this deserve drama? That's the biggest question. Does this deserve drama? And I'm going to say yes, it is drama. I think it's hot. And I think once you get it in hand, it's going to be crazy. What is the definition of what figure did not receive the drama stamp of approval from me? You already know what it is. Batman Begins. As much as I loved and I would have wanted that figure to be better, it wasn't, but I have a new head sculpt coming, so can't wait for that. But besides that, yes, this does receive the drama title for me. I think they actually nailed it. Not 100%. It's not Angelina Jolie the entire time. I think they could have been better. But as far as the tailoring, the ankle pivot, the accessories, that looks good. I just think that they could have did better with the sculpt. But, beggars can't be choosers. I'll have some type of representation in my collection. I can't wait. But yes, you know what it is. 1/6 Scale Man for the, you know what it is. It's Leo Rockwell for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do. Hit the like button on this video, subscribe and share. Also become a member of the Take your position, or no, the Figure Flex Friday. I'm all over the place. Figure Flex Friday Facebook page, as always, man. So definitely 7.5. You are right, Gabriel. 7.5 for me. But hey, it is what it is. We're going to talk more about this tonight on my guy's channel. You know what it is. Best of the best with Ice Cream Tony himself. Brother Cousins. Cannot wait. Again, love y'all. Have an incredible afternoon, evening, however it's going to be. I love y'all. We're going to all have some fun. And we are officially toast, ghost, and all that good stuff, baby.